Today we're at Sandbar Restaurant in Cold Spring Harbor visiting with Chef Carlos Benedicto, and we'll be preparing some beautiful recipes using caviar. Sterling caviar to be exact.
My name's Carlos Benedicto and we're at Sandbar Restaurant. This is our tuna crudo, seasoned with sesame, chili paste, and togarashi.
So this is a ahi tuna. We are garnishing with some rice crisps, and there are nasturtium leaves and some flowers, marigold edible flowers.
So these are house-made potato gnocchi with mushroom, lobster, clams, and uni butter. And obviously our piece de la resistance, a nice dollop of caviar. That caviar is amazing.
So these are handmade gnocchis, potato gnocchis, also tossed with lobster, a little bit of uni butter. It's topped with some clams.
All right, so underneath is stewed pepper rod, cornmeal dusted oyster, and we're gonna finish it with a generous dollop of the sterling caviar.
Our fourth plate is actually one of my favorites. It's a plain on cannelloni, so it's stuffed with crab, seasoned with a little pickled red onions, and an avocado mousse, and some chive oil. So my name is John Luke Monteforte. I'm the sous chef down at Sandbar in Cold Spring Harbor. We're located on the Gold Coast of the North Shore in Nassau County. So today we wanted to showcase some beautiful caviar and using some dishes that we just started doing as some specials and some mimosas. We love doing fresh handmade pastas, so that's why we did some spaghetti and some gnocchis. Some new age stuff like the cannellonis, stuff with crab and tuna. Everyone likes tuna. Just some beautiful garnishes and some nice delicious flavors.
The culinary versatility of caviar is perfect for the upcoming holidays or any special occasion. We're not just using any caviar, a favorite among chefs and connoisseurs alike, and widely used among Michelin star restaurants. We chose sterling caviar. It's proudly made in the USA. It's sustainably farmed and raised, and they use only American white sturgeon roe and salt in the caviar, and never any antibiotics or hormones or artificial preservatives. We have as our guest Jeff Sadaka of Sterling Caviar. We asked him to explain a little about the different types of caviar.
We know that caviar has been eaten for about 2,000 years as a luxury food, and it was basically from the Caspian Sea, and there were 3 different types of sturgeon that produced caviar: beluga, ossetra, and sevruga. However, we're farming caviar now because those sturgeon are in danger of being extinct, and so we now have our farmed American caviar. So Sterling was formed in 1983 to develop a way to farm caviar so that we can continue to have caviar without putting any pressure on the wild fish which are going extinct. It takes about 7 to 10 years from the time the sturgeon are born to get caviar. In 1983, Sterling acquired some fish from the Sacramento River, and they bred them. The fish went back into the river, and since then we've been producing caviar from those original fish by breeding them. And it takes about 7 to 10 years for us to get caviar once we've bred the fish. And in the early 90s, Sterling produced the first farm-raised caviar in the world.
So this caviar was actually very impressive. It had a nice bite to it, saltiness, a little crispiness. The bitterness played against the sweetness as well. And being a domestic caviar was definitely impressive.
For over 30 years, as the oldest sturgeon farm in North America, they've been producing America's finest caviar, while also leading research for sturgeon preservation. The company continues to be the leading producer of domestic caviar, serving the most discerning chefs, customers, and caviar connoisseurs, both here in the U.S. and abroad. To find out more, visit sterlingcaviar.com.